Much else to do right now. Can't sleep. You know, out here. You know, I hustle out here in downtown Los Angeles. I work out here in downtown Los Angeles. You know, I'm talking about. I figured I could do a quick, video to spread some knowledge, some awareness. Like, oh, we'll do real quick. You know, a little bit of tired, but I gotta drive. You know, to spread some awareness, and that's what I'm gonna do, real quick. Uh, yeah, I've been doing a few videos on Trump. Basically, Trump is trying to turn this country inside out, man. He's working steadily to turn this country inside out. Like I just did a video about him firing over 1,300 civil service workers. Yeah, he already started the protest. You know, him and his administration. They're basically diplomatics. Civil service workers are diplomatics that work for the federal government as far as protecting the national security of our country. That's what they do. They deal with protecting national security of our country, and they deal with foreign relations. So he wants to fire over 1,300 of those type of workers. And he's been planning this since May. He had his secretary of the state Rubio basically filed. Well, he had his secretary of the state Rubio. He wrote a letter to Congress basically explaining that basically what they was initiating to do with the civil service workers. So yeah, it's been in plan since May. Now they just initiated this past Friday. So it's all in plan. He's attacking our security system because he feels like that the civil service workers, they haven't been basically living up to their fullest obligations. Like he feels like it's a waste of taxpayers' money or whatever, waste of federal spending. He's basically wants to. He has a purpose. He wants to fulfill his purpose. You know, save more money for the rich so they can have so he can have a vote. Some of the most powerful Republicans. No matter what their position are, in the country, that's what he is. That's what it is. They all gonna stick up for together. No matter if somebody want to say it or not. Trump is gonna stick up for the richest Republicans that help run this country in the nation. That's what he's doing. That's his purpose. Period. You don't care about no poor man. You don't really care about no middle class working man like that. So if you think that he care about you, you're a damn fool. Like I said, he's attacking the national security inside and out. He's going to dismantle that. You're already trying to abolish the 14th Amendment that's been in place since freaking the 1860s. With the whole fact with the civil birthright, citizenship, trying to basically dismantle that basically. He feels like it's too many people that been granted birthright citizenship, and he wants to dismantle that. That's all part of his whole ICE raid program that he got transpiring right now throughout the nation. So he wants to dismantle the whole 14th Amendment. Basically, a lot of my black ancestors that work hard for, die for, spill blood over, to get the 14th Amendment in place, to guarantee birthright, citizenship to, to whatever babies that are born on the American soil. He wants to dismantle that whole thing, knock it out of place like it never existed before. That's his plan. He don't care about the middle class, working class. He's for the rich, upper class Republicans. I argue that point all day. He's not trying to get them to spend taxes and all that, because if that's the case, there's people that's more powerful than Trump, in this country, believe it or not. There's individuals that he knows that. He don't got their vote, then pretty much, he's not doing their job. Ain't the dude. This country was built on capitalism, blood and corruption, and it still goes on today. it's corruption everywhere. Just because somebody holds a prestigious position of power as far as politics and help us law so people can live by it, as civilized human beings, doesn't mean they're not corrupted. They're corrupted too, just like street level thugs are corrupted. Fucking some of these big corporation medical companies are corrupted. Police officers are corrupted, sheriffs, the whole shebang. So yeah, politicians are corrupted. And when they get that power, the thing with the politicians being corrupted, when they get that certain position of power, they're unstoppable. Especially if they're a different color, and they share ties with certain individuals that hold certain power. Just like a lot of these politicians do. They hook up with certain, billionaires that hold certain power. They'd be pretty much unstoppable to do it. If they want to do it. So that's what Trump, I'm pretty sure he has some allies, some Republicans that have a lot of money, some billionaires, and they help him stay in office. It's common sense. So he's going to dismantle. He's trying to, but there's lower courts, like local, like state level, federal courts that's fighting that right now, like New Hampshire. I believe is fighting that right now. The federal court of the state of New Hampshire, correct me if I'm wrong, is fighting that right now. They put in basically the federal judge of New Hampshire basically put in it's challenging the whole executive order to end birthright citizenship. New Hampshire right now, the federal judge of New Hampshire is challenging that whole concept right now. Made some kind of verbal statement about it, about the case, and basically the judge, they put it on hold for some days, so some kind of a holding period, so they're basically gonna bounce the case back down to the lower courts. The lower courts, basically. That's what they're trying to do. They're trying to appeal it to get bounced back to the lower courts because they want to restart the whole fight process again for the birthright citizenship. So right now, New Hampshire, the federal judge of New Hampshire, the state of New Hampshire, is fighting that right now so they can get appeal courts to approve to knock that whole case with Trump placed the executive order on the birthright citizenship knocked down to the lower level courts. So basically, they can fight the whole basics and laws surrounding the birthright citizenship right now. They want to restart the whole process. They're not trying to let Trump have his way. Even though the Supreme Court of the United States is limiting the lower court's powers to do certain things, they're trying to. Well, I think there's something about 30 days that the Supreme Court gave the lower courts 30 days to pretty much fight for the cause in regards on why they feel Trump's executive order towards the birthright citizenship is unconstitutional. So right now, the Supreme Court has put 30 days in place for the lower courts, all the lower courts to fight and feel that the birthright citizenship is unconstitutional. They got a chance to fight right now. So it's like a 30-day period going on for all the lower courts to put in. They file all their motions and stuff to try to stop, Trump putting that executive order in place to stop all birthright citizenship. So it's a lot of stuff going on right now. I've been researching a lot. I don't talk about stuff on research. So that's what's going on right now. Like I said, I'm downtown Los Angeles. Trump. Yeah, that's what he's doing. Trump is trying to end birthright citizenship. It's going through a whole proceedings, all kind of court proceedings right now. The lower courts are fighting it. They're fighting. They got immigration association, different type of state immigration associations involved that's also filed their motions to try to stop Trump's executive order. There's all kind of stuff going on right now. It's so much stuff going on right now, it will blow your mind backwards. We got 30 days. Probably next month, we probably hear a more of a final response of what's going to happen with this, birthright citizenship situation. Trump is a fool though. He's white supremacist, man. Straight up. I'm gonna get a little older now. I'm in my early 30s and stuff. I'm gonna tell how it is. He's a white supremacist. Period. I don't care if somebody don't like it or not. He's a white supremacist. How you doing? Oh no, I don't even. Yeah, I don't even. Shit, I don't even have it right now. To be honest with you, I don't even. I'm on the same page you right now. I'm on the same page. I feel your hustle. Yeah. Yeah, Trump. They need to, man. They need to remove Trump from office, man. He's tearing this country apart, man. I don't know what the heck is going on. I know Biden was all senile. They had to get Biden up out of there because he was all senile. But Trump, come on, man. Trump? You serious? He got ice. Dude, I'm out here in LA. I'm hearing about all this stuff that's going on out here. LA is the worst places, one of the worst places getting hit the hardest by ice right now. They out here beating people up to the ground, snatching up workers. Now, I understand the part about criminals, right? Criminals that come over here illegally. Yeah, get them up out of here. Yeah, I feel that. They come out of here, they want to come over here illegally, right? And then they want to come over here and commit crimes and terrorize certain areas. Even want to terrorize some of their own folks. Yeah, get them up out of here. Send them back to where they're coming from. Don't even make no sense come over here and then you want to commit crimes and terrorize. So you might as well, if you're going to come over here, you might as well try to be a productive citizen and prove and earn your right, to be a citizen over here. Don't go to another country and be a criminal. I'm all for, a person, whether they come over here illegally or not, whatever. They might be running for some gangs from another country or something. They might have a family, that they're running for. They need some kind of sanctuary. You don't know what that person's situation is from another country. But as far as criminals coming over here, no, get the fuck up out of here. Excuse my language. Get them up out of here. Yeah, I'm not with that. Criminals come over here starting up stuff, and then want to be like, oh, can I please have the citizenship? I need this. No. If you really need the citizenship, you would be over here starting crimes in the first place. Get them up out of here. But as far as, people that, like I said, some people are escaping their countries because they have a lot of violence, in their countries. So they come over here, to try to escape that violence. They go to, different parts of the country that offer them, sanctuary. Type of relations. There's many different situations where immigrants that come from different countries escape, like war-torn, like refugees and stuff like that. There's a lot of stuff that be going on in these different countries that make immigrants immigrate to this country for safer conditions and provide a better family for themselves or their families. A lot of it's a lot of situations like that. That's why we have a lot of people over here and we becoming overpopulated. Because a lot of immigrants they be escaping their countries because there be a lot of serious conditions that be transpiring in their country. They be trying to get away from that. That's understandable. Anyways, yeah, I know. It's anyways, I know. It's a lot of people. In America, and I know Trump. He's trying to do some so-called make America great again. Anybody with common sense know that making America great again is coming from some Uncle Sam's type of terminology of making America great again. Making America great again means Uncle Sam's terminology. I would never align myself with the white supremacist way of thinking. I don't care what them, but nobody's saying. Nobody. They're not for you. If you're not white, I get along with white. I'm not talking about regular white folks. I get along with white folks. I'm gonna put that out there. I don't want people getting, all kind of offended. I'm talking about white supremacists. People that don't like my people, blacks, people that don't like other minorities, whether you're Asian, Hispanic. I'm talking about white supremacists. They want to keep stuff pure within their own people so they can hold the power here in different parts throughout the nation. I'm talking about them type of white folks. That's what Trump is. That's what he aligns himself with. I would never support that. I would never support that. Period. I would rather leave this earth's surface and I'll support some stuff like that. Go out. That's like a coward. I don't know. It's just my people been through way too much stuff. No, I would never support that. Never. Straight up. I will go out, leave this earth's surface while I support some stuff like that. That's a disgrace. I didn't even vote. That's how we don't keep it like that. I didn't even vote. I'll have back another banger soon. I gotta go. That's my time.